Now on the other side of July 4th celebrations, congratulations to any American that made it here early enough for the International IndyCar League. But we rest for nobody around here, and we've got more classic IndyCar tracks to run through on our Sunday. Afternoons, evenings, mornings, wherever you are. This is the End Alzheimer's 190 at Gateway. I'm Howie Burroughs alongside Sébastien Kinder. And away he goes, and it's a very, very, very strong launch. David Strids alongside, and it's third and fourth. Ench and Christensen that are the first still side by side. Ench is up high, and I think he might get shuffled back. Markamimi's very much out of there, and Strid hasn't been bothered for a whole corner, rocking through the second set of turns, and I can see Brian Fiola's flying on the high side. Might try and force himself into a gap that he might not belong in. Further on the rows, back on the track. So the driver's actually using momentum on the high side decently well there in 3 and 4.
Here we go, going at it again, and we see that car in front of Jason Lowe, I think, playing spoilers.
There is a wreck. That's Pascal Fiola's and Luke Dietz. One fast repair available to these cars, but do you really want to use it this early?
Oh, too much curve.
Yeah, it looks like a tempting curve, doesn't it? It looks like it's a road course. You can use it. You really don't want to use the curve. To the green. Gill very fast behind. Maybe I'll just take this straight off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Christensen didn't decide to launch up earlier than that.
Do you think Gill's looking fast, a huge wreck in the back. Yeah, even more cars down and out. We're actually stay green right now. Nobody's got them around the back. No, so...
I mean, entry into the pit lanes at the end of 3, but, I mean, does he know his rear wing is hanging off?
It's unlikely in enough time you're going to be able to safely respond and get that one done, to be honest.
Yeah, looking at this at high speed, I feel like maybe he didn't have the time to make the decision.
Both drivers sound like they were very it happens about it on the microphone after the fact, but I mean we're just burning through fast repairs now.
Yeah, Bowles is the casualty in all of this, the unwanted casualty, because he just minded his own business and boom. And he was a championship leader here, Howie, so that's not a good start of this evening.
Away we go for our top 3. John Christensen not quite in touch. Brian Fiola's wants to make the move for P1. Up very, very high. Markamimi, Fiola's taking too much curb, and there's going to be another wreck in the way.
Oh, big one. That was Jason Lowe there.
And I thought he almost got away with it once he'd rejoined the track, actually. So I thought, oh, he made it back, and he's going way too slow. Lowe has quit out the session already, despite not using the fast repair. Pretty much said, away we go. Yeah, Pascal Fiola's is the driver very, very far back on the road, but up near the front. This is Markamimi, Guilherme Miguel, and John Christensen. Miguel thought he had a good run on exit. It just sort of died out. Now again in tow. You wouldn't believe what just happened. Luke Dietz is our driver that towed. So Luke Dietz, I think, is the driver that is pretty much affected on the road. I really don't want to say names as to who's blasting static down the iRacing microphone now, but it's making my life a lot harder right now. I'm not going to name names, but someone's doing that. Here's Dietz. Oh, turns down, I think.
Yeah, he's down, but he looked to be very slow entering that corner. Look how fast that car behind.
Bit of a fan out in the back, bit of a checkup from a few drivers and some blocking down the road, but Markamimi's away. Miguel and Fiola's in touch. There's Christensen diving down to the inside of Pascal Fiola's, who has completely blown the corner, giving up a lot of time up front. Guilherme Miguel just passed for the lead.
I mean, especially with Christensen's blinking, watch out for netcode, Howie. Here's Gil.
Noah Gill, a second down the road, has really played this one well, actually. Pretty much playing his own game in clean air. Going to be quite a while before those cars catch. Has some of the freshest tyres. It's all about your in-lap and out-lap, really, and just about how well you nail or save for the big straights to try and get a slingshot. This is one of the more interesting ovals when it comes to strategy. Markamimi, Christensen. We actually do stay green because they've kept it below the line. That could trigger it if a car comes through right now.
I mean, right now, yeah, and I gotta love it.
Both cars have their fast repair. There's some of the only cars left that have them on the road, but those walls really come at you hard and fast. They are brutal. Got loose first, entering the wall, our producer thinks, and he's not wrong.
Because Marcomini was still very hard to wheel because he was nearly into the wall there, and that got him loose.
They waited a long time to get that start going. Noah Gill's going to try making the move to the bottom straight away. Getting dangerous here.
Yeah.
I mean, you do want to get every place you can, but you really don't have too much contact. I mean, I'm seeing that blinking to it. I'm scared. Really, really scary little use of the curb there by Gomez. And we have a huge choo-choo train all the way back to P6. And a slide and a spin, and we got an next caution. Ryan Bowles.
I jinxed him, Howie. He doesn't have his fast repair. That curb killed him. Yeah, it got him. And
now Gill challenging Fiolas, has fresh tyres. This pass may be very much doable given time. Fiolas up high, no momentum, nothing to give. And it might end up dropping to Miguel as well, and I'll have to hope that he sort of saves enough over his pit strategy to make this worth it. Gill's on the way out, Miguel's also on that pit road exit. Strid passes Gill, doesn't quite pass Miguel actually, who slots out in P1 ahead of the field. Something noteworthy on this pit exit perhaps?
Yeah.
Would you believe iRacing has not given a black flag for that, by the way? Side by side, Dan Ench, not seen too much of him, but he is actually lead lap. Battling out with Ford. Watching Callum Ford chase Noah Gill to the bottom, and that's eventually finally going to get done. Anything can happen on these turns. These are not high banks, moderate, reasonable banks, slight banks. We go to flatter tracks west of the bottom.
Something very interesting, the longer Noah goes, the more it is... Oh, so there's a car lead field! That was Noah Gill, race leader!
Just about collects it together in time to make it down pit road, but that was scary.
This is something that could help Noah Gill here. If they're fighting too hard and crashes and cause a caution, Gill will be very thankful for that, Howie, because I don't think we'll have enough time to restart it.
Brian Fiola's trying to hold on to P6.
I mean, even if it's sputtering now, I think that should be enough.
I'm going to listen closely to that engine on board on my end, and I'll let you know the second it sounds wrong. Because it sounds good now. And on the white flag, we called it wrong the whole time. The fuel save was possible, and Gill takes it to the line and immediately cuts out all the power. 13th to first. That is International IndyCar League. And it's classic. Finishing results: 14 drivers entered. I believe 11 made it to the line. Noah Gill wins over Guilherme Miguel and David Stred. Then it's John Christensen, Mike West, Brian Fiolas, Callum Ford, Manuel Gomez, Esteban Danench, and Matthias Esquel Marcomimi. Pascal Fiola's first driver to take some damage, I think. I think he may have finished, actually, P11, 11 laps down, but then Ryan Bowles, Luke Dietz, and Jacob Lyle definitely didn't.